Hello my dear friends. So today we are going to solve a single number problem. So this is LeetCode number 136 problem. So what will be given in this question? A non-empty array of integers nums will be given to us. Okay. And what we have to do here, every element is appear twice except one. Okay. As you can see the example, the two element is coming twice and one is coming only one time. Okay. Similarly, if you are going to see here, 1 is coming 2 times and 2 is also coming 2 times. 4 is coming only 1 time. So what you have to do is we need to implement a solution which run on the linear time complexity and which use only extra constant space. So we have to write the solution in such a way. So as you can see here, the number which is coming one time is 1, and in this example the number which is coming one time is 4. So what we have to return here, we need to return 4. Okay. So once leave the conditions that are given in the question. Let us try to solve this question by our basic approach. Okay. Basic approach means if you are, instead of computer, if you are given the same problem, what you will do? Okay. Suppose the numbers are given to you 2, 2, 1, and you, once you have seen this number, then you cannot see back the number. Okay. Suppose if is the same situation is with you, so what you will do, first of all you will come and see what is there, 2. So what you will do, you will memorize in your mind that 2 has come one time. Then what you will do, you will come to the next number, as there is a condition that you cannot look backward. So what you will do, you will memorize the thing. Again what you will see, 2. So what you will do, in your mind you will increase your count. So you are going to say that we have 1 2 backward, now there is one more 2. Then you will come to the next number and you will see there is next number is 1. So what you will do, you will think in your mind whether there is 1 or not. If there is no 1, now the 1 has come one time. Now as soon as the loop ends, what you will do, you will again think in your mind that which number has come one time. So you will get to know that 1 has come one time. Okay, this is the approach that you are going to use if you are going to do the calculation in your mind. Okay, considering the same situation that you cannot come backward. Let us take other example and try to think. So first of all you will come at 4 and you will check whether 4 exists in your mind. No, 4 haven't come one. So you will increase the value by 1. Then what you will do, you will do that 1, you will check in your mind whether 1 has come. No, 1 has not come. So now 1 has come one time. Then you will come to the 2. What you will do, you will check in your mind whether 2 has come or not. So if 2 is not come, you will remember this value also. Then you will come to 1. Then you will remember that yes, 1 has already come one time before. So now 1 has come 2 time. Okay. Now what you will do, we will come to the 2. Now what you will do, you will check in your mind whether that 2 has come or not. So you will remember that yes, one time 2 has come, now the 2 has come 2 time. Okay. Now what you will do, you will think in your brain which number has come one time. So you will remember that 1 has come 2 time, 2 has come 2 time, 4 has come only one time. So what you will do, in output you will return the value 4. Okay. So same thing we are going to do. The thing that we have done in our mind, we are going to do the same thing now. Okay. For that doing same thing, I have written the code here. Okay. So as you can see on the left hand side, what we will do, we will take the example and we will try to run the code. 4 1 2 1 2. Suppose this is the example, correct? So initially this dictionary is nothing but our mind. So dictionary is nothing but our mind. We will store, earlier we were storing values in the mind. For computer dictionary, the values we are going to store in the dictionary. And initially what I have done, I have started count with 1. Then I have started the for loop. What I will do, I will traverse the element. So for I in nums, I will check if 4 exists in the dictionary. If 4 exists in the dictionary, so now dictionary is empty. So it will come in the else condition. So dictionary of I, so what I will do, I will match 4 with the count. And what is the value of count? 1. So 4 is mapped with 1. So you will store this value in the dictionary. Then you will come to the next element 1. You will check if 1 exists in dictionary. No, 1 doesn't exist. So what you are going to do, you are going to come in the else condition. So 1 is going to be mapped with again count. And what is the value of count? Count value is 1. You will come to 2. You will check whether the elements are present in the dictionary or not. So what you will do, the 2 is not present, so you are going to add that 2 in the dictionary again. Then you will come to the next element 1. So if 1 exists in dictionary, so it is going to check here. Okay, it is going to check in the key. This is key, this is value. So this 1 is, it is going to check in the key whether this 1 exists or not. Yes, it is exists. So what we will do, dictionary of I means this value, dictionary of 1 means the value which is representing, so 1. We will increase this value by 1. So what we will do, we will increase this value. Now here it has become 2. Okay, now what we will do, we will come to the element 2 and it will check if 2 exists in the dictionary. If 2 exists in the dictionary, what we will do, we will increase the count. Okay, so it will also increase. Okay, we have stored the values and now the for loop completes. Here for loop is completed. Now what I told you, we will go in this dictionary and we will check which have value 1. So here I have written the code for key and value in the dictionary dot items. What I will do, this is key, this is value, and I will check if value equal to 1. If we got the value, what I need to return, I need to return key. So what I will do, I will return 4. Okay, I will return 4. So we will get our answer. So here we have satisfied all the question condition. Okay, that we need to traverse the string once, so we have traversed the array once. But here we have used extra space. What we have used? Here we have used the dictionary. This is the extra space. But in the question they told that you should use only constant extra space. Okay. But if you are going to check the solution on the I have tried to run the same code on the LeetCode. Okay. So if you are going to see, this code is working absolutely fine, and is, as you can see, it is faster than the 47%. Okay, and it is also using very less memory than other people have used on the LeetCode. Okay, this is the screenshot. You can take this screenshot. You can pause the video. Now think for some other solution. This was the approach 1 that we have used. Now what you need to do, think of some other approach. Okay, pause the video for 1 minute. Try to think, can we solve with any other approach or not? Okay. So I hope you have think of any other approach. If you got the approach, it's okay. If you don't got the approach, then also it's fine. Okay, I will explain you the other approach. So here we are going to use the concept of XOR. Okay, so basically what XOR does is, let's say this is method 2. So what XOR does is, okay, the symbol is like this. Okay, so if you are going to find XOR of 2 numbers, okay, 2 bits, let's say 0 XOR 1, 0 XOR 0. So what it will do, it will return the output as 0 only. If you are going to find 1 XOR 1, what it will do, it will return the output as 0. It means if the values are same, it will return the answer as 0. And suppose if values are different, if x XOR 1 XOR 0, it will give the value as 1. Okay, and same case 0 XOR 1 will also be again 1. It means if the values are same, what XOR will do, it will return 0. And if the values are different, what XOR will do, it will give the value as 1. Now again I will give you some time to think for a solution. Okay, think for 1 minute how can you use the XOR and you can find the solution. Okay, pause the video for 1 minute and try to think how you can use the concept of XOR. Okay, I think you have think for the solution. So what I am going to do, here I am going to use some properties of the XOR. Okay, so what are some properties of the XOR? Suppose if you are going to find XOR x or y and x, if you are going to find this XOR of 3 numbers, so what it will do, it will be equal to x of x and y. It means you can rearrange the number, and we know that if both the numbers are same, what it will return, it will return 0. So here we will get 0, and here now the numbers are different. So what is the XOR of 0 and y? It will be that number y only. Okay, so here also as you can see the number was 1 and 0, so we got it 1. Okay, so we are going to use the same property. So what I am going to do is I am going to traverse the entire nums, and what I will do, I will try to find the XOR of the element. So if the numbers are same, so if it is 4 and 4, XOR will give us value as 0. Okay, so let us take example once and try to think of the solution. 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. So first of all, what I am going to do, I am going to find XOR of the all the element. Okay, so it will be like this. Then what XOR will do, it will automatically rearrange because the values are going to be same. So 4, 1 XOR 1, XOR 2, XOR 2. Okay, so what this will give us, this will give us the value 0. What this will give us, this will give us value 0. Here also both are same, so what it will give us, it will give us value 0. And I told you, if there is XOR between 0 and number, what it will return, it will return number. So this is the concept that we are going to use. Okay, I hope the concept is clear to you now. Now I will write the code for you. Okay, so as you can see, I have written the code for you. Okay, so first of all, what is the value of answer? Answer value is 0. And suppose this is the array given to us, 1, 2, 2. Okay, this is the nums array given to us. So it will come for the first value. So it will find answer will be equals to 0 XOR 2, it will be equals to 2. So now answer is 2. We will come to 1. 2 XOR 1. Now as the numbers are different, what it will do? It will move on, because here it is not going to take the any kind of solution, because either it will take solution with 0 only. Okay, so what it will do, it will again come to the number 2 XOR 1 XOR 2. Now they will rearrange automatically. Okay, and then they will return 0 XOR 1 and it will be 1. And what they will do, once the for loop ends, because all the 3 elements are done, it will come out of the for loop and it will return the answer. And what we have in the answer? In answer we have 1. And we know that only 1 come one time. Okay, this is the second approach or second method we have used. Here we have traversed the array for only one time, and again we have used the constant space. Okay, only constant space, that is answer. Okay, now pause the video for 1 more minute and try to think of some other approach to solve the same problem. Okay. Okay, so I hope you have think for 1 minute. Now what we will do, we will think of some other approach. Okay, so as you can see here, some numbers are there in pair and only one number there which is not in pair. So what I will do is, first of all, I will try to remove the duplicates of all. Then I will try to remove the duplicates. So what is the list that we are going to get? We are going to get 4, 1 and 2. We will get only 3 elements. Okay, now if I add all the elements, so what will be the sum of all the element? It will be 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 1 5 plus 2 7. And if I double this, what will I get? I will get 14. Correct? And if I will sum of the nums, okay, this is let's say this is s nums. Okay, if I will try to add all the elements that are already present in the array, what is the sum? 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 1 10. Okay, and if you are going to find the difference of both the numbers, what you are going to get? You are going to get the number which came only once. Okay, so what we have done here, first of all, what we have done, we have removed the duplicates. Okay, we have find the elements, unique elements, then we have find the sum of all the unique elements. Okay, then we have doubled the that unique elements. Okay, so here 1 will be doubled, 2 will be doubled, 4 is also double. So their difference is only 4, because 1 is doubled, 1 has come 2 times here, and here also we have doubled the 1. Okay, and as you can see, 2 has also come 2 times here, and here also we doubled 2. Here 4 has come 1 time, but here we have doubled the 4. So what is the difference between them? So difference is only 1 4. It means what we can do is, first of all, we can find the unique element, then we will sum of all the unique element, then we will multiply that by 2, and then we will subtract the sum of the elements in the num. This is one of the approach. Okay, I am not saying this is going to be fastest, but this is one of the approach that is going to be open your mind. So what is this approach? First of all, what we have done, I have written set of nums. Set of nums, what it will do, it will remove all the duplicates and it will return the list of, it will return the set of only unique elements. So what we are going to get, we are going to get values like this: 4, 4, 1, 2. Then what I have done, I have made the list of all the elements. So here we will get them in the set format. What I have done, I have made them in the list format. Then what I have done, I have tried to find the sum of all of these. So 4 plus 1 plus 2, what I am going to get? I am going to get 7. Then I have multiplied that number by 2. It will give me 14. Then I have minus sum of nums. So what is sum of nums? So sum of nums is 10 and we will return the solution directly. So this is one line code that is working absolutely fine. If you want to see how it is working, I have also the screenshot of this. So as you can see, sum of list of set of nums multiplied by 2 minus sum of nums, and as you can see, it is also faster than the 81% of the Python code that already exists. And if you are going to see the Zohr approach, so Zohr approach, as you can see here, the Zohr approach is the fastest among all of them. Okay, it is faster than the 99% of the solution that are already present on the LeetCode. So I hope you got all the three approaches. Try to solve this a same question by different approach. It will open up your mind. If you like this video, you can share this video with your friends. If you have any kind of doubt, please let me know in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe to the channel for the future video updates. Thank you.